Well, good evening. Welcome back to the first episode of the Baseball Card Junkies podcast for 2026. It was supposed to be last week, but had some things come up, so we had to push it over to a week.
And there wasn't that much going on, so now there's
yeah.
more.
How was your weekend, Mike?
Weekend was fine. I'm just ending my weekend. Sunday's my Saturday, Monday's my Sunday. So yeah, ending it tonight with the podcast.
And the Eagles didn't even do that good, huh?
Nah, they played like I thought they would play. The same way every game. They do well in the first half, and then the second half they fall apart. And they drop balls and they throw into triple coverage and all that good kind of stuff. So yeah. No, I am not surprised one bit.
All right, so far I'm looking at the chat. All we got is one. We got Sean, who's it?
Jeff.
Goes Jeff. Welcome aboard there, Jeff. Glad you can make it. Yeah, this weekend wasn't really too eventful for me either. I don't know. It is what it is.
Yep.
But I'm actually glad that we didn't do last week because a lot has happened since then.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So first things first, product reviews. Any thoughts on Cosmic? Me personally, it's as small as the checklist is. You can only take so many duplicates,
right?
Even for the inserts.
Yeah.
I was watching Western New York. He did a little 6-part profit series, and a lot of good stuff came out of it.
Yeah, he had a really good case. I watched all 6 of his. He kind of front loaded or back loaded it where he did 1 box in the first 4 and then 2 boxes in the last 2. And there was 1 box in there that was absolutely amazing. If you got that box, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm buying a case," you know.
Yep. yeah, no, you ain't lying about that one.
Yeah, the 1 box basically made the entire case. I think he probably got about 20%, 25% of his profit back.
Yeah,
from that. He broke even, which is good in today's standards. But some of the cards that he pulled were really cool.
Okay. Now I know Topps Allen and Ginter X came out. I haven't seen any rip, and hell, let alone I was never even given any heads up on it.
No, nobody was.
What's up,
Sean? He's still driving.
Sean's still driving.
Yeah,
that's why you got kids.
I didn't even take a look at the flagship design for.
I haven't either.
No, maybe we should take a look and see what's going on with that.
Yeah. So here's what's coming out in the near future.
We might be jumping ahead a little bit, but let's go and do what we got.
So the EQL for Topps Gilded released today. $600 a hobby box, 1 chrome pack per box, 1 gilded pack with a framed auto or a cut signature.
Okay.
Not worth $600 in my opinion.
No.
26 Top Series 1 baseball pre-order. That's happening tomorrow. And the hobby box is $99. 12 cards per pack, 20 packs per box, and 1 auto or relic.
I'm good with that.
I even like the design of it too. 2025 Bowman Draft Baseball on Wednesday for $529. 32 cards a pack with 12 packs per box, 3 autos per pack. Per box.
Per box, yeah. 3 autos per pack would be nice.
It would be.
That's not going to happen.
Nope.
So do we have the design for the for
I haven't seen the design.
I saw the box. That's all I saw. The box cover.
And then on the 14th also, we got Panini Select.
All right.
That's what the base is looking like.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Got a nice little yeah. I think I'm going to pick that up. Yep. And you got Dion.
It's pretty much the same Select design every year. It doesn't really change that much. Nothing makes me go, wow, with the base cards. Some of the inserts are pretty cool.
Somehow Bobby still manages to make it into a non-licensed product.
I don't know. He does. He must have some kind of contract with them or something.
So for a hobby box, you got 5 cards per pack, 12 packs per box. Set size is 300 cards.
It's a lot of cards.
And it apparently is due out November 6th of last year. So I don't know. It is what it is. All right. So I was watching Teapot the other day on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. It was Thursday or Wednesday. And he's linked up with this dude who decided to come up with a website that will help you to decide what type of collector you are. Either you are a pure collector, you're a flipper, you're an investor, or you're a combination of the three, or whatever the case may be. So basically, on the homepage, you're gonna in order to get access to this, there's an email on the homepage that you'll click on, and then 24 hours later, you'll be sent a code. You take that code, punch into the system, and then you become a member of this group here. And basically, the 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 purpose of this is not only to tell you what type of collector you are, even though I'm pretty sure 99% of them don't need to tell us what type of collector we are, but it's nice to know what you didn't know about yourself and your collecting habits. Okay. So when I did it, it had me as a nostalgic, the beginning stages of a nostalgic. I'm collecting to remember. I don't know why. Maybe I'm dementia. Who knows? But anyway.
Collect to remember so you don't forget.
Yeah. And then also it gives you a breakdown of who else is in the same group with you. And not only that, you also have the ability, if you really wanted to, you can connect with each other through their connections that they put up. You can put as many as you want. You don't have to put none. It's completely up to you. But I think this is a good way to go out and stretch out towards the community, see if there's anybody there that you want to collect with, or y'all have the same collecting habits. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yep.
All right. Next up on the shoot. Oh, this was going to be fun. Gem raid.
Okay, let's go.
This is for last month. All right, so last month, PSA graded 1.8 million cards. They're up 11% from last year. CGC up 4, Beckett down 3. I wonder why. SGC plus 17. I don't know how. And Tag is actually starting to become a little competitor now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is everything graded. Now we're going to get into, again, they lead the way. I think that's all they had. Okay. TCG and non-sport, 1.21 million Pokemon cards graded. So this is crazy. Insane. This is their breakdown of everything that they had going on. Wow. It's crazy. But now we're going to go through the year. Through the year, 19.26 million cards. And that's total. Wow. CGC 4.9, SGC 1.4, Beckett 824,000, and Tag 440K.
What is fueling CGC to be that high?
They probably got the good.
Do they have a good deal or something out there?
They probably have the deals, or they're just pumping them out as soon as they get them.
Yeah.
Okay, so for sports, this is the numbers that we're showing. CGC somehow is up 152%.
That's interesting. That's why I'm would like to dive into CGC, see why they're up 152 and everybody else is down.
CGC and non-grade, non-sport.
You know what? I don't know. Maybe it's just people are tired of PSA and they're going with number 2 now. They're just going with
yeah.
CGC.
I mean, if you take SGC and Beckett, throw them under the PSA umbrella, next one would be CGC. Because I know with Tag, they haven't put their name out there just yet. I don't know why or what's taking them so long, but hopefully we see some drastic changes going into 26. Uh, Still on gem rate, we're gonna see the most graded baseball players in gem rate. So you got Shohei Ohtani as number one. 1.13 million cards of his been graded. Then you got Griffey right behind him by not much.
Is this all-time grading?
All-time graded. Yep.
Yeah, it would have to be.
Then you got Mickey Mantle, Derek Jeter, Nolan Ryan, Trout, Barry, Judge, Aaron, Willie Acuna, Big Mac, Cal, Roberto Clemente, Pete Rose. Now, there's two of them out here that I'm taking full ownership of. All right, that's Julio Rodriguez and Alex Rodriguez. I take full ownership for that one. Can't help it. But this is a cool little statistic.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got here? Okay, gotta love the kids. Everybody loves the kids. Kinda. Right, so
unless they're your kids.
This is a story. Exactly. So, Hoopin in Africa wrote this. This collector's son got him an Allen and Ginter hobby box for Christmas. He called his wife over to open a couple of packs, and she hit this unreal Babe Ruth cut auto.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's something you don't.
Team effort led to one of the best Christmas gifts I've ever.
I would say so.
Yeah. Be a fool to sell it too.
Yeah, you're kind of pixelated on the live. You're kind of going in and out.
Okay.
Your feed, you're very pixelated right now.
It's the weather.
Thunderstorms down there.
Kind of. We got that bipolar weather kicking in.
Oh, there you go.
All right, so everybody has their own method to the madness of their collecting. Some people collect PSA 10s. Some people collect players that have abnormalities. Some collect because of a credit score. Whatever you want to think about. This particular person is grading nothing but he is collecting nothing but PSA 1s.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Love flights to zig when everyone else zags. Building a collection that celebrates character, history, and the beauty found in flaws and imperfections. The result of one of the most interesting collections in the hobby. I'm going to go ahead and copy the link, and I'm going to put it in here in case y'all want to watch it later.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
See how that...
You can get some good players in a PSA 1. Why not? Hey, Lucky Peter, how you doing?
Lucky, what's up?
Oh,
all right, so coming up next month, Topps Pristine. Remember this, Mike? When it first came out, a pack within a pack within a pack?
Oh, yeah, pack in a pack in a pack. That's right.
Yeah. So this year, 2025, they got Bobby on the cover.
Okay. About time
this is running for about $650.
Hey Orlando, how you doing?
So that's gonna stay there. All right, what else we got? All right, we got a proud dad moment. So Brian Miller is a photographer and a lifelong Braves fan who's been collecting cards since the early 80s. His son Cody became a Braves fan because of his pops. Let's flash forward a couple of years. Cody Miller is now a big leaguer for their favorite team, and to top it off, his first professional baseball card features a photo of his dad.
Nice.
So his first little Bowman. Looks like he's got the beer belly up here. Which is the way it's supposed to look.
Yeah.
Can't really say nothing else on that one. Oh, here goes. We got another wife moment. All right. So PSA graded a card and labeled it with an incorrect year in the slab. My wife is the one who found their error. I asked my wife to list a PSA card on eBay for me. She doesn't know much about cards or grading. She was listing the card attached and found that PSA labeled it wrong. The card is from 2024, but the label says 2020. One step in the PSA process, as you can see in the image, is QA checks. They're not QAing on anything.
Yeah.
Somehow his wife, with no knowledge of the sport, was able to find the error, and it had to be in the back.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Yeah, the wife does need to work for PSA. Absolutely. Attention to detail.
What's up, Nala?
Yeah, like when you have somebody that doesn't know what they're doing, they can find a mistake, and you got all these people working at PSA that supposedly know what they're doing and can't find them and make the mistake. Yeah, something's wrong.
All right, Mike. What is your thoughts on shill betting? I know how much you love the negativity in the hobby.
I don't like it. I don't think anybody likes it. The only person that likes it is the person that's selling the card.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think it's bad for. I don't do that much buying on eBay, but it's kind of bizarre that when I do that, I can see a shill bidder right away.
So have you been victim of watching a bid, an auction going, you click your bid and almost instantly you're outbidded?
It's not. It's instantly. It's like you're the high bidder. Boom, you've been outbid. You're the high bidder. Boom, you've been outbid. I'm done. That's it. It doesn't matter. Well, I go in with a set price. I'm not going to go. I look at the card and it's like, okay, so say they're asking 100, or it's you can see the buy it nows and they're around $100 or something like that. You got one at an auction, and the price of the card, fair price, is around $80. I'll put $60 in, and if I get outbid, I'll go to 70, and that's it. Like I'll end it there. And it's the way that I do it is like I'll go like, if it hits 60 and I get outbid, then I'll go 61, then 62, then 63, and just see boom, 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 just go up. And it's like, then I know I'm done. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And this isn't like in the last minute of the auction.
What's up, Adam?
This is like an hour left in the auction, and you see it start to happen. That's when I know that something's going on. There's a show in there, and I'm totally out. Hey, Adam, how you doing?
Yeah, I mean, and sometimes I've actually seen that when there's like 6 days on an auction, I try to bid on something, I'm almost instantly outbid.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a little test. Thank God it worked, because I wasn't going to pay the price for it. So the price was at about $79. I did the 80, outbid 81. Did it again, 82, outbid 82. So I said, you know what? Jesus, take the wheel. $150, outbid.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. That's it.
Yeah.
You were done, right? You were out.
Pretty much.
That. Yeah. There's no way.
Has anybody fallen victim in the chat regarding shill bidding? How did that work out for you?
Well, you know what? I kind of, if I go on eBay, I don't really get in auctions that much. I just do the buy it now. I'll look for the lowest price with shipping, and if it's a fair price, I'll do it. Or if they say make offer, I'll make an offer, and I'll kind of lowball the offer, because I know I kind of have a feeling I know what it's worth, and I know what they're going to come back with. And then once they give me the next offer, I'll just take it. I won't go into, let's say it was $50 and I go 40, and they come back 45, and I go 42, and they come back 44, and then I go 4. I'm not going to get into that. 45 is a good price. I'm good with that.
So you don't do that? Just to get the feeling that you got over on them?
Well, no, not really. I just want a fair price. That's all.
Okay.
I figure if it's a product that we can't get anymore, or if you go on Dave and Adams or any of those places, and it's $5 more, if I can save $5 on it, then I'd rather give my business to somebody else.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So Jeff wrote, I do the same, but I put in my price. If I get it, great, but I won't keep bidding above my price. Not a roll. I thought I won a card 2 weeks ago, and it said reserve hasn't hit. Wow. Okay.
So the auction ended, but the reserve wasn't hit. I remember that. I haven't been in that situation, but I remember that if you put an auction, that you could put a card on auction and you could put a reserve in. If it doesn't hit it, then it'll just the auction will stop and then restart again or something like that. But I don't. Last time I put something on there for auction, it didn't really put in a reserve or anything like that.
Have you known anybody?
Oh, it said that you won. Huh. Interesting.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
That is good news. Well, congratulations. But yeah, show betting. No, I ain't got the time for it. I play the baseball route. 3 strikes, I'm out. I'm moving on.
Exactly.
So remember when we had this conversation about certain breakers or certain LCSs, they get all the good quality cases out based off allocations?
In theory, yeah.
In theory. So apparently somebody tried to debunk it. You could, for those that's in the chat, y'all could take it for what it's worth. I don't think it's happening. Justin, the Topps employee, confirms that allocation account get boxes from different pools than us commoners that buy directly from the website. And this is from Topps. Receiving boxes via a Topps direct account has no effect on the number of boxes available for purchase on our website. The boxes come from different inventory pools. Does that hold water in your cup?
No.
Not at all?
No, because Topps is going to say whatever they want to say. We know that it's just hard to believe that the breakers are getting these boxes or pulling hits left and right, and you go and get a box and it's got nothing in it, or 2 or 3 boxes or something that happened. Oh, so now actually he didn't actually win. It said that he won, but he didn't. Yeah, first time. Yeah, I believe so, Orlando. I think they want to keep their breakers in business because the breakers are funneling money back to Topps. I think I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure that if Topps isn't just going to put you at the top of the list and not make any kickback from your breaks, they're going to make.
What makes you think Topps gets a little piece off the top?
Off the top of breaks?
Yeah.
Because the breakers are the priority. That's why. If you want to be a breaker, I'm not 100% sure, but if I was running Topps and if I was going to give a breaker a preference of getting in first, there should be a little kickback to Topps. That's just the way I feel that it works.
Right.
Because there was that one breaker that said he's not doing breaks anymore because of something that happened between him and Topps. He's not going to be able to get allocations anymore.
Oh, you're talking about dynasty breaks?
Yeah, I think it was that. Yeah, it was dynasty breaks. Oh geez.
Okay, so
what do you think? What do you think in the chat? Do you think that the breakers that are out there getting the product first, that are getting priority to get the product, they have to pay some kind of a kickback to Topps? They're not getting it at the same price we're getting it at. They're probably getting it for less and then going to charge for the breaks, and then Topps is going to take something from the big breaking companies. What does everybody think about that?
Topps get the prices of boxes up due to breakers.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. But I think you have to sign
I always thought in my mind it was a quantity thing versus quality. Because the more you buy, you just increase your chances of getting something huge.
Well, that's true. But, if you see breakers that are doing, a case break of just say archives every hour on the hour or something like that, are they, and you know what a case of archives costs, and you know how much, like people are buying into the brakes for and all that stuff, and it doesn't add up. They're making like, $500 to $1,000 off a brake. It's like, in your right mind, I can see making a profit, but like $1,000 off a brake, that's insane. So if you do 8 brakes a day, you're making $8,000 a day, and Topps isn't going to say anything about that.
Orlando makes a good point. They get a volume discount.
Probably a volume discount. Yeah. But the allocation, the one thing I want to know is, these big braking companies, do they have to go through the rigors that we have to go through to get a box or get a case or get 5 cases or something like that? Or is that already set off to the side? Okay, these boxes are for breakers. We'll send an email out to them saying that they're releasing for X amount, this price, while everybody else has to go on the website, and hopefully we get in the queue and get picked.
Well, I could have sworn there was a thing in the Fanatics rulebook saying that if we send you your 20 case allocations, the product releases on the 1st. Do not open it on the 28th or the 27th.
Well,
they have to hold on. So my thing is, that's a good question, honestly. Like, do the breakers get their piece of their picks of the crop first, or what?
I would think they do. I mean, Topps wants to keep them in business because they're the ones that everybody's watching and everybody's getting. Well, people are getting in. You see, I don't get into breaks to Leighton and all those other places and stuff like that. I think the prices are, first of all, they're way too high. And even when they break down the teams, especially when they break down the teams, and you can see how much each team costs, and you do the math in your head, and you can, with 30 teams, you're going to have to write it down. But you can find out that, okay, they got this. If they're paying $150 a box and there's 10 boxes in there paying $1,500, the total cost of this break is going to be $2,700. If you take a look at it, it doesn't take $12,000 to ship all that stuff. And or $1,200 to ship all that stuff. It costs probably about $200 to ship everything, in all fairness. So there's $1,000 left over. So where is all that money going? Is it going to the breaker, or is there a kickback to Topps?
Well, the breakers do get a commission for breaks that they run.
They what?
They do get a commission
from
the breaks.
Oh yeah, the breakers will get a commission. But where's the rest of the money go back? Does it go back to Topps Fanatics?
Probably goes to the store.
I
don't know the retail side of the business, but you was talking the moment you mentioned doing math. Number one, I hate math because I did 2 chores in the 4th grade.
I love math. There's always an answer.
What I did was I dropped a link where you can look at all the named breakers that you can think of, and this website will tell you what their prices are for that particular product.
And Orlando says that he heard that 50% of all the boxes are opened by breakers. That would not surprise me at all.
Really?
Well, that's why I think the supply is so short. That's why there's product that dries up real quick, and there's other product that hangs out there, but it's mostly retail that hangs out there. As far as hobby product, it dries up quick. And if you don't get it on release day from Fanatics, then you're spending another 20-30% on Dave and Adams or blowout cards or something like that. And then that's going to be scooped up too, because nobody can find it any cheaper. You go on eBay, anywhere else, it's all going to be right around the same price.
Interesting. Okay. So I saw this on my Twitter feed the other day, and I'm curious to know how should we take this?
Okay.
What does this mean to you as a hobbyist?
75th anniversary. Well, we're 3/4 of the way there to the century mark. 75 is a pretty damn big number. Let's see what they're going to do with it. Let's see what kind of tidbits they're going to throw in there, if they're going to throw anything additional in there. I know I probably won't see 100. but I'm glad I saw the 75.
Oh man. All right. So I thought I had the page for 26, but apparently I don't. Okay. Moving right along.
Do we have a card design yet? Has anybody seen the card design?
Apparently Sean thinks I think Sean did, but he don't know. Mike,
Sean
this is
says
up your alley. What are you
Oh,
doing?
that's the one I was looking at. That's the one I was telling you about. It's like 600 pounds of baseball cards. It's on Shop Goodwill. Did it sell?
Don't know.
No, it was.
Question
You had
is,
to pick it up. And the pallet was included in the pickup.
okay.
I think they charge you $20 for the pallet. But yeah, I saw that on Shop Goodwill, and I believe it was either Wisconsin or Indiana, one or the others, but it was a pickup only. And I think the last bid I saw on it was over $400.
Wow.
For 600 pounds of cards. Now that would take me weeks to go through. No, I did not buy that, Adam. But when I saw it, I was like, "Whoa, that's interesting." And it's like, are they going to ship that? And I was like, "No shipping, pickup only." And it was like way too far away to go and pick it up. But I figured, what the heck? I mean, if that was Goodwill around me, like Reading, PA, or something like that, and they had a pallet of it, I don't know. Maybe rent a U-Haul, go out and get it. Yeah, months to go through that. I don't know where I would put it. I wouldn't be able to get it through my front door. That's the whole problem. I need like a garage to like drop it
let alone put it in the middle of your floor in your room.
Yeah, it would probably cave right. Could you imagine that? It's like, move all the stuff out, pallets coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there would be any tens in there.
No tens. All right, so here's the cover of Series 1.
I like the cover. I like the cover. Wish they could have put Mickey in there somewhere.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That would have been nice.
Well done.
Considering it's like the most iconic card out there.
All right, so I shared this with Mike just before we went live. Okay. Let me just pull it up real quick. So let's suppose you were shopping on eBay and you managed to you as a seller, you posted this card on eBay. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm from New York, so I'll use myself as the example. I buy the card. Okay. After buying it, doing everything, I paid for it and all that. I come hit you back up and I say, hey, I need a refund because what you sent me was not what was advertised. Okay. And then you look at me like I have an appendage growing out of my forehead. You ask me for pictures. So I send you this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, mind you, you personally, you know how you wrap your product. You make sure that it was protection all around. What is the first thing in your mind when you see something like this?
My first thing is like he took a hammer and smashed it and wants his money back. That's the first thing I would think. And I'm thinking, no way.
I mean, it's just so where I'm going at with this. Let me put this down.
Oh, Orlando got it.
Bingo.
He nailed it right away.
So here's a new level of scamming. This time it's using AI to recreate images of damaged cards where buyers then submit a false claim and ask for a refund. So we got a nice little tear on Noel V. Marte.
Mm-hmm.
That's the before. And apparently that's the alleged after.
Yep.
Then you got Porous Story Ruiz. That's before. And that's after.
Yep, another slab that got run over by a truck tire.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
So you as the buyer, how would you handle this situation? And be realistic.
Wait, as the seller.
I mean, as the seller.
As the seller. Wow. I would say, yeah, I'll give you a refund. Give me the card back.
Okay.
That's what I would say. And then I would take a picture of the card and see if it actually looks like that, because it's not going to look like that.
Okay.
You know, I would start matching up all the cracks, and then that guy would be banned from eBay. I think that's the only thing that we could possibly do.
Okay.
Hey, Carl. Hey, Clinton. How you doing?
What's up, Clinton? So if it were me, I'm asking for additional photos from all angles.
Okay.
And at the same time, send me a video of you of the card.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because
one photo ain't going to be enough. I mean, this is just the way it is nowadays. I mean, everybody's going to try to find an angle on something. Jeff put up I sent you a private chat, the link to the design of the 2006 cards, and Jeff also put it in there. So if you might want to, you could pull that up. I like them. I think it's a very clean look. Scrolling. There you go.
Oh wow,
it's clean look. It's like perfect.
I do like that. Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of a throwback.
Yeah.
To like a base design. It's a full picture of the player, which is nice, and not much going on. And you really don't need a lot going on.
Not bad. I like the insert.
I'm trying to figure out what design it looks like. Looks like a couple of designs. I like the team logo on the bottom left-hand corner. I like that. I like the team name up in the upper left-hand corner.
I do like that these are not on top of each other.
No, perfect. It's a very clean design. Yeah. A little Bowmanish, yeah, I would say. But kind of like a couple of designs thrown together. I like the 75s a lot.
Yeah. All right. So getting back to this whole shenanigans of with tops. I mean, just think about it. I mean, if I would be too furiated to even think about it, to be honest with you. But if you know how you packed it up, and you packed it up to the point where you could literally throw it off of a skyscraper and there's no damage to it.
Right.
But then you got some guys so those pictures that I showed earlier, this one, no. Damn it. So my wife took 2 minutes to generate this.
2 minutes? She did that?
She did this.
Oh, wow.
She's an AI guru. Okay, but she says she does AI freelancing, which I can believe that. But just imagine if you had the right card stock, the right printer, the right ink, how much scamming will be at a whole new level.
It could be. It definitely could be.
Because I mean, it's like we're talking about eBay sales. What about breaks? If you get yourself involved into PSA group submissions, you know, I mean, the examples are just never ending.
Well, you know, it's been going on since the beginning of card collecting. There's always been fake cards reproduced, and back in the day, it was pretty easy to tell that a card was reproduced, that it was fake and not. Now it's getting a lot more difficult. I just would hate to see the time when they can actually start faking refractors, chrome cards. You know, it's going to happen. Eventually, it's going to happen. It happens with everything. Everything that there is a market for, there's also somebody in there trying to scam somebody out of a couple of bucks. You know, so it's a shame, but it is what it is. I guess it's always been, let the buyer beware. Just beware of what you're purchasing.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, do your due diligence and make sure that whatever you're spending your hard-earned money on, you know what you're buying. You know,
I mean,
every time I go on eBay, you could have, I could see a listing that caught my attention and it has 10 pictures of it in all different angles. I'm asking for 10 more.
Okay.
You know, because I want to make sure that everything's legit, T's are crossed, I's are dotted, no issues whatsoever. And then, you know, just to be, I don't know why I do it, but I just do it just because I ask them, what would this grade at?
Yeah. Yeah, look at Shaw. Yeah, they can do it. That's right. He had the fake advent calendar the year before last. Well, they were all chrome cards.
Yeah, they were all chrome cards, but I mean, and that's another thing too. You could buy, when you thought you bought a case of Topps 22 update, the boxes look legit, but you go inside, next thing you know, you got 1987 cards.
Yeah.
Or they'll throw a couple of actual 22 update cards on the top, and then the rest is just caca.
Anybody gets a roll that shrink wrap that they use that says Topps on it for boxes, they could have a field day with that.
They really are. I mean, as hobbyists, and I'm using that term to cover everybody, whether you collect, whether you invest, whether you flip, whatever the case may be, make sure you do your right research on what you're looking to spend your money on, because after you spend your money, that's really it. That's shame on you.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it's sad that it has to get to this new level, because at one point, like Mike said, early on in the 80s and 90s, doctoring was a thing back then. Now it's like as time passes, the art of scamming has revolutionized to a whole new level now, where we got AI and we could start printing up our own damn pictures. And again, who's to say somebody doesn't have their own little card room in their apartment or their house, and they're creating cards on their own and pumping these out on eBay. You know, and I'm sure if they do go that route, they're not going to ask for too much, because after a certain price point, I think it's $250, it has to be sent off for authentication.
Yeah. They're talking about even the sneaker market game got flooded. Yeah.
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 But it's just getting worse from here.
Yeah, Jeff, when you bought that wasn't this year. Was that the year before? I believe it was.
It was the year before.
And I remember seeing that ad pop up on my Facebook, and it was like $49.99 for an advent calendar. It was all chrome cards. I remember that. But was it through, like, it wasn't through Temu or something like that? It was just some oddball company or something like that. And they had all these great reviews underneath it. And I was like, those reviews are a little bit too great. And Jeff said, 2024. So Jeff bought it. I was like, all right, I'm gonna let Jeff open it and see what happens. And we saw what happened, unfortunately. I mean, the cards look great on the front, but he flipped them over and there was like nothing on the back.
It's and this is why we can't have nice things.
Exactly.
You know, because at one point, I mean, it's still happening now. You know, you got people breaking into these LCSs and doing a grab and run, for a lack of better terms. Then you got people forging autographs on big name players. Now, again, with whatever is the new flavor of the week, like AI is the new thing now. People are probably thinking, what's the best way they can make a quick buck or two in the hobby using AI?
Yeah.
You know, again, if you have
can
the
you
right
imagine
printer,
having some kind of like a device, not like a laser printer, but instead of like having just a laser printer, you put like a blue ballpoint or a blue felt tip pen in there, and you get Shohei Ohtani's autograph down where it's going to be a ballpoint or the felt tip pen, and you can start autographing every Shohei Ohtani card and put it up on eBay.
right?
You know, in-person autograph, in-person autograph, in-person autograph, and people will buy it. People buy it. I mean, it's you can get, go on eBay and get a lot of, 2020 Shohei Ohtani cards, 100 cards for $10. Boom, there you go. You invested $10 and you have your machine that can do an autograph on there.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yeah, AutoPen already exists. I know. I know. Yep. It's crazy. It's crazy.
All we ask for everybody is to take caution in your purchases. Okay. Don't care if it says 100% safe, guaranteed. There's always, all it takes is that one person to ruin it for everybody else.
Yeah, here you go. Jeff just sent a photo. That's a fake.
Yeah.
Looks kind of real, doesn't it?
It does.
Looks kind of real. There's another one. If they're able to do this with cards, watch out.
So my brother wrote on his super chat that I look like I hustle junk wax at flea markets. Don't spill my don't be telling people my story. What's wrong with you? But yeah, I mean, and it's going to keep going. Maybe this is a little far-fetched, but I would not be surprised if the hobby gets regulated within the next 10 years.
I don't think it's far-fetched enough. I think it's perfect. I think it should be regulated. There has to be something done, but yeah. I don't see it. I don't see it happening. There's bigger fish to fry. There's more things going on. Fish to
fry, but 2 weeks ago, we had that congressman who sent a letter to the FTC to do an investigation.
Correct. Yeah.
So, to me, that would likely get the ball rolling.
Well, you would hope so, but whatever. It is what it is.
We're talking about that right now, Rob.
We were talking about it, Rob. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, we started talking about that about 20 minutes ago.
Rob, this is what I was showing. Show it off again. And it took my wife only 2 minutes to do so. This is before AI. And that is after. So if she can do it, anybody can do it. Not saying my wife is slow, but.
Well, and the one thing about eBay is if it goes through eBay, the buyer is always right.
Yeah, you're right.
Seller's totally screwed. Nothing you can do about it.
Unless you have that not so smart scammer who does a bid. It supersedes the $250 and it gets sent off for authentication.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the one thing. You're going to have to keep the bids under X amount of dollars. So what is it? $200 is the limit now?
$250.
$250. So you sell it for $249 and nothing's going to happen. You can make a nice living on that.
That's too much of a hassle to make a quick buck.
Well, some people have a lot of time on their hands and they have time to do that. I mean, you think about it. If you could make $240 a day doing that, it's not a bad gig. 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Not a bad gig at all. How's it going, Chuck?
I mean, this makes me think now, how does it, what if you deal with that new kid on the block breaker? Who's to say they don't pull no scams before they send out the cars that you paid for?
Yeah. Yeah. It always goes back to, oops, wait a minute. Hold on, guys. There's somebody at my door. That's where it all kind of like exploded. Got to go check my door. Yep. And guess what?
Hey, honey, how's it going? But yeah, again, just be careful on what you spend your money on. Don't be that fool that just don't be that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, because at the end of the day, kind of like what Mike said, the buyer is always, the seller is usually right. Or is it the buyer?
It's the buyer. The buyer can put in a claim to eBay and say, hey, I received the car looking like this.
Yeah.
I want my money back. They don't stand for the seller. eBay does not stand for the sellers as much as they used to. It's all about the buyer now. Hey Jeff, how you doing?
Something needs to happen.
Yeah.
But again, I'll give it 10 years. We're probably gonna have this conversation again with the regulation of the hobby.
Oh, we'll have this conversation every year, guaranteed. So, or every 6 once something pops up, something new, some new kind of scam pops up or something like that, we're going to have this conversation over and over, probably 2 more times this year, almost guaranteed. And oh, Jeff says that he's won every time. There you go. Good for you.
Okay.
I mean, if you can support it, you can back it. Good for you. Absolutely.
Yeah. But that's pretty much all that we got for tonight. It could have been a lot more, but I didn't want to take up everybody's time. But other than that, Mike, you got anything coming down the chute?
So I'm going to be hanging out with Jeff on Thursday night. I believe he's going to be back to doing some breaks for baseball. I got some stuff from Shop Goodwill. I'm going to do that on Friday night. I got a whole big bag of cards for like $25. So we'll go through that. I filmed me packing in a card of $10. Nice. That's good.
Not many people do that either.
You know what, Jeff? That is called CYA. Cover your ass. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that. Yeah, I mean, it's going to take a little bit of extra time. It's, like even when you post a card on eBay, I make sure I take shots of the front corners, the back corners, the sides, all that stuff. I put like 20 photos up, but to actually do a video of you actually packing the card and showing how it was packaged, yeah, it takes a little time, but it's going to save you a lot of aggravation. So that's a smart move there, Peter, or Jeffrey. I'm sorry. Yeah. So what else do I got going on? That's about it. Yeah. Back Monday with you guys. Yeah, that's about all I got going on.
Well, as for me, I got to work on 2 videos, doing a couple of pre-reveals before I send them off to go get graded. So
cool.
That's pretty much it.
Where you go? We were talking about where you're going to go grade these cards. What are you thinking?
I'm still thinking I'm probably going to end up going PSA.
Okay. All right.
I might send one to PSA, the other one to tag.
The newer cards?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I used to only do big cards. I really was for buyer if insurance was needed to prove damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, make sure y'all hit that like button for me. If y'all don't know who the hell Mike is from Ripping for Rookies, make sure y'all go check him out.
It's all right. You don't have to. I don't got much going on.
And then other than that, we'll be back here same time, same channel next week. Have a good night,
all right,
everybody.
We'll see you next week.